Hello everybody, this is Tip Top MTG here today with another Magic the Gathering Arena video. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the festival, Heliod's Glory, or the Immortal Sun emblem, basically event. So in this video, I'm going to break down what decks I think are going to be popular, the rewards, the event entry fee, and pretty much just everything about the event. This is the first new event that we've gotten as part of the festival cycles. Both of the previous two events we've seen before, however this is the first one and we haven't been able to see what it is until now, and so I'll pretty much explain how this will work. There in Ixalan was a card called the Immortal Sun, which in the lore disabled Planeswalker abilities, and so it does something very similar. It says players can't activate Planeswalker's loyalty abilities. At the beginning of your draw step, draw an additional card, and spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, as well as creatures you control get +1/+1. So, there's a ton of stuff in here, and so this is basically just standard Magic, but with this emblem on the field for both players. And so what does that actually mean? It means, first off, any loyalty abilities of Planeswalkers aren't going to work. So, things like Teferi can still use their passive abilities, which disables, instant speed spells, but he cannot use his -3 to bounce something. So, those are disabled. You get to draw an additional card each turn, so you're going to be getting lots of value. Spells you cost 1 less to cast, so it's going to allow you to cast things a lot easier. Yeah. And creatures you control get +1/+1, so your creatures are going to be bigger. Now, because it says creatures you control get +1/+1, that pretty much disables the Cavalcade of Calamity deck, because you would have to run all 0 power creatures to have them be bumped up to 1 power. Or you'd have to debuff all your creatures, which really doesn't make that much sense either, so don't expect any Cavalcade of Calamity in this format. On top of that, there is a ban list, and that is Fairy Vandal, Ironcrag Pyromancer, and Improbable Alliance. Those ones I want to talk about. Those all care about drawing your second card each turn, and since the emblem makes you draw an additional card each turn, you are always going to activate those, so that makes sense. Narset disables you from being able to draw the extra card, so it kind of just disables the emblem, which is historically what's been banned from these type of events, are cards that counteract the emblem. And then Lavinia says that she'll basically instantly counter anything that if you don't have enough lands for, so if you cast a 6-cost spell and you have 5 lands, it'll be countered. And again, that mitigates one of the effects of the Immortal Sun. So those are all banned for those reasons, and on top of that, it says, due to the effects of the Immortal Sun emblem, Planeswalkers with only loyalty abilities are banned in this event. So, a card like Garruk, who only can activate loyalty abilities, cannot be played in this event, and you really wouldn't want to, because he really doesn't do anything. The only reason you'd want to do that is for something like Happily Ever After, where it cares about the Planeswalker type, but then again, you should do something with a passive ability. Now, getting into the entry fee, it's 2,500 gold or 500 gems. Just so you know, Historic Anthology 2 is coming around the corner, and that'll cost, I think, 30,000 coins, I believe they said. And so, if you're going to want to get that, you may not want to do this. However, White seems to have some of the most promising cards. It has Reverent Hoplite, which is kind of like the white version of Grey Merchant of Asphodel. We have the Showcase style for Daxos, and we have the Showcase style for Heliod Sun Crown. So, pretty good rewards. Again, they are all cosmetics. I will probably be playing this event not only because I do have a mono white deck that uses both of these cards, so I'll actually use them, unlike the green event, but also it's an event we've never seen before. So what do I think is going to be popular? Well, the draw 2 cards deck, that's already out. The Cavalcade of Calamity deck, that's kind of disabled by the emblem itself. So what do I think is going to be here? Now, I think there are going to be some people who are going to try to run some sort of colorless deck using that spells you cast cost 1 less to cast clause, because technically if it costs 1 colorless to cast a spell, you're going to get to be able to cast this for free. That's just one tiny little thing, but generally I think that something like a big green creature deck, and I know I said this about last week, or even a mono red deck. I think honestly mono red deck is probably going to be the one that wins. Now, it's not going to be a Cavalcade deck. It's going to revolve around Embercleave and Torbrand, being able to cast those a turn earlier, having them be stronger, being able to draw more cards, which is generally one of Red's weaknesses. So having that ability in Red is going to be very powerful. So I think Red is definitely going to see a lot of play here. And generally, it sees a lot of play in any event because some players just want to get the event over with, and those are generally fairly quick decks. On top of that, I could see a maybe mono white deck popping up here. because it, again, has card draw, which is something white doesn't do very well. It allows you to cast things for cheaper, which white likes doing, and it buffs all your creatures, which white really likes. So honestly, that's fine. Now, it doesn't lose that many planeswalkers. It does lose a Johnny, which is kind of a sad loss, but honestly, that's fine. No, I do think there are going to be some, like, star cards here. Generally, I mean, board-wise, I still think Control is going to do really well because the spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, includes control magic, so now your cancels just became counter spells, and so I think Control is going to see it's going to basically be mono-red versus Control is what I see this being. But I also could see a couple like jank decks in here that use colorless 1 cost. Now, I don't know how many colorless 1 cost there are in the game. Why don't we take a look at that? So if we go collected, not collected, 1 cost, and it needs to be colorless. So there are only 2 of those in the whole game, both in historic, and they're both not in standard. So I guess that really doesn't work. Oh no, I clicked that, sorry. There we go, here's all the 1 cost. So, I mean, all of these cards now become free. So if you have any, like, ideas of, oh, Ginger Brute is now a free card, which I totally see mono red running for Ginger Brutes because they're free. It's kind of an interesting little thing in here. If any of them say, like, draw a card, which I don't think any of them do, you could get some interesting concepts there, like Shadow Spear is free for the mono white deck. There's some pretty fun stuff in here using 1 cost things. Honestly, it's a new event type. I'm not sure how it's going to do. I think it's going to be very interesting. It's going to shut down Planeswalkers, which generally dominate games, which I think is pretty awesome. Overall, I think this event's pretty good. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed and learned something, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.